Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. All right, so let's talk about how you can build an AI machine that is basically going to do your SEO for you, why you would want to do that, why you kind of need to do that, and basically how you would go about that. What is the process? So first, there are a number of tools out there claiming that to do this, actually, there's a number of tools claiming to do almost anything with AI. Any tool you come across nowadays is going to be saying, oh, we use AI to do this and do that. And they do, okay? There's two major problems with relying on that to do your SEO. Probably other stuff too, but I'm just going to talk about the SEO process. Number one, best case scenario. Tools like that, if you rely on them, what they are going to do, again, best case is just get you onto an even playing field. They're going to give you like a baseline. You're going to be then doing what everybody else is doing or what most people are doing. And by definition, that's not going to get you ahead. That's just going to get you into the crowd. It's not going to put you at the front of the crowd. Okay, so that's number one. And number two speaks a little bit to how AI works, how it was developed. Now, the important thing here, and this is important for you and I and how we're going to do our SEO and how we're going to use AI, is that without the information, AI is not that beneficial, doesn't really do much. It needs the information enabled to work. Now, what does that mean for individuals? Well, it needs our information. It needs information about our business, about our website, about our keywords, about our competitors. Otherwise, it's just going to give us very generic information. It's going to make us essentially just like everybody else. So the most important thing is to get your information into an AI model. In the mentoring program, we dedicate an entire week, like early in the process, it's the third week of a 12-week period. An entire week is dedicated into just getting all that information from sources like Google Search Console, SEMrush, your website. We get and collect all that information and then spend the rest of those 12 weeks using it by essentially feeding it into an AI engine that we are going to build. And then out of that engine, it's going to give us our things like our keywords and our title tags and our meta tags and our image tags and help us write our copy and do competitor research. That's a huge one. Imagine, and this explains kind of a big part of what I do as an SEO consultant. It's not that I write title tags better than anybody else. It's not that I am better at formatting copy. It's doing things like competitor research. For any project, anytime I have a client, one of the very first things that we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to say, well, what does this client want to achieve? Okay, so now let's go out and look at the other websites that have achieved that are doing what we want to do. Then we figure out how did they do it? And that comes down to collecting a whole bunch of information and analyzing it. Now, in the past, that has been very time intensive. It's why companies hire me. They don't have the resources to do this themselves. But what that means for me is I spend a lot of time looking at data, analyzing data, figuring out a strategy based on that data. And guess what? AI is really good at that and does it a whole lot faster than I can. Now, does it do a job as good as I can? You know what? Probably not. But is it 80 or 90% as good? Yeah, it probably is. And can it do the same job in like 0.1% of the amount of time it would take me? Yeah, probably can. So I'm not going to spend my life trying to eke out that extra 10 or 20% if I can save 99% of my time by doing it this other way. When Sam Altman says AI is not going to take your job, somebody who knows how to use AI will, I'm basically trying to take my own job. And if I can be one of the first SEO consultants to do that, that's going to be my clients still going to come to me because I still can do this stuff that they can't. Now, I'll be able to do it in a fraction of the time that I used to be able to, but it's still going to put me ahead of all the people who can't do that, who don't know how to use AI. So what this means for you is that you can do the same thing, but the secret is you want to get as much of your information into an AI model as you can. That includes information from places like Google Search Console and SEMrush and your website, but it also includes information about how to then do SEO, what to do with that information. And this is the way, it's the only way that you will be able to use AI to do your SEO for you and get ahead of other people because everybody else is going to be using AI to do the normal traditional SEO, write my title tags, do my image tags. Those are tactics, but you're going to want to use AI to build a strategy, a higher level plan, if you will, of how to do that stuff, when to do that stuff. Okay, so start thinking about it that way, and that alone will put you a little bit ahead of the crowd. Okay, I hope this helps.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you find this helpful and useful. And if you do, what you could do for us as a thanks would be to, drumroll please, yes, leave a review. Yes, everybody says it, I know, but it really does make a difference. Take 3 seconds, leave as many stars, say something really nice about what you like about the podcast and maybe why other people would like it. It would mean the world to us, especially my husband. That better? All right, I'm going to try one where I'm not going to be charming.